Alright, how long have you guys been a band?
The original band started 3.5, 4 years ago, and after about, what, a year, we got Sugarman.
New bass player. Yeah,
New bass player, and then we got Shuggy. So we've been the current lineup for probably about 3 years solid, I would say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did 2010 Halloween with Shuggy, right?
Yep.
Yeah. There we go.
Theme Halloweens.
Did you say ween?
I said weens, multiple, 2 hands.
Everyone gets to answer this, so how did you get into punk? What got you into
what
punk
did I
rock?
do? Oh, I met a guy who skateboarded, Jeremy Johnson, and he showed me NoFX Heavy Petting Zoo. That was my first little experience with that.
These guys. This guy took me to my first show, Agnostic Front, but he always bitched at me about being a pussy in high school. He told me to wear that mohawk a little dirty, let me get that fuck Nazis patch, and then you took me to my first Warped Tour.
Yeah.
So I'd have to say these guys, and I surpassed them both, so.
That's awesome.
How'd you get into punk?
My brother, my older brother, man. He was lagwagon.
You were in that one band.
No, I thought it was going to be a fake band.
Was I going to lay that on you?
You had a fake band.
I had a fake band. A fake punk band when I was a
That's how he got in the
kid.
circle.
Dude,
He's like,
I had a fake metal band when I was 16.
See? Everybody's had a fake band.
And I used to write all these pen pals and tell them I had this band.
when he was 16.
But
and a
it
fake
wasn't like he
16
played by
birthday.
himself in his room. He just didn't have a guitar, right?
Never had played before ever.
He also lied about his age to get into the circle.
Even
But
better.
mate, I got into the
He
circle.
lied about 1 year.
I might need a couch for this session.
Was that the first question?
Second.
What's the coolest thing about being in a band?
The chicks.
The chicks.
Oh, no, I don't care.
If I have to answer honestly, the motherfucking attention. Attention whore.
Yeah.
Straight up the attention.
I like
It's
that.
been
That's
good. Yeah,
pretty
the
good.
crowds, man,
Attention's
the
good.
singing back, dude. That's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Being in a band. You're bros, man.
Having something to do.
Fuck
Exactly.
yeah.
Not like just sitting
That's the
home.
thing. Being in a band with your best friends is
Yeah,
different.
bros,
Because
man.
I like the
That's
attention,
what's
but I like when we're not on stage chilling with these guys, just getting fucked up. That's right.
Hell yeah.
Mushrooms last night. Loved it.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Just relax.
Being in the
No
band.
one's trying too hard. That's what's good.
Yeah, that's what kept it together.
What's the worst thing about being in a band?
Shmeez looks for approval when he's standing over there in band practice, and we finish a song. He's just like, "Good enough."
Good job.
I'd have to say being a busy guy, period, and trying to fit it in, because I think I fit more stuff in around it, you know, but it's always like, oh, band practice on Sunday, you're just getting off work, I'm just getting off work, we played softball or something. It's like, that's the worst part, is trying to make it fun, but trying to be enough into it that you actually practice and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where we put forth a little bit of effort. So
Yeah, we're trying to scum our way through.
yeah, that's the
this
thing.
little fucking
Having the
effort
fun
as
and then trying to
possible.
force yourself through going through the motions of actually
Yeah, don't
practicing.
try to-
Recording sucks. Recording's like, you know, so monotonous.
Trying at
and-
things, like lifting heavy things. and, like,
Yeah, tote band
moving
equipment. Fuck that.
around.
That totally
Fuck
sucks.
picking up a motherfucking
You know how-
amplifier by yourself. That's it. That's mine.
I come from Ybor, so every time I play football, I keep driving around and driving around and driving around. till
Yeah,
5
parking,
opens up, 'cause I'm like,
motherfucking parking.
dude,
Parking.
This
on
fucking
Friday night
sucks.
show.
And STDs.
Next question.
Oh yeah.
Guys.
Um,
Join the interview.
You already did your part, right?
This is like real life where I joined.
You come in
I joined
later.
in, and then it got a lot better.
Yeah, now throw in your real answers. Now Rachel's not around.
that's fucking hilarious. Most memorable show.
Ooh. That's a tough one.
I don't know, Guttermouth. We fucking hung out with Guttermouth.
Yeah, Guttermouth, man.
We all
Tell 'em the
got
Guttermouth
in
story.
drugs.
Guttermouth.
And Dave from Guttermouth woke up with his balls hanging out of the back of his legs on the tile,
yeah.
butt naked.
We did,
The Australian drummer. This is a good one. The Australian
Cooking
drummer.
coke in
yeah,
Chinese
yeah.
microwave.
He had cocaine in his pocket, and then went swimming in the pool, and then freaked out, and then put it in the microwave to dry it. But like, didn't really time it. He just put it in for like 5 minutes or whatever, and walked away. And all of a sudden, we're like in the kitchen smelling, like what the fuck? And he's basically just making crack in the microwave.
That's pretty memorable, just
Holy
because that was
shit.
the one show that we don't get a lot of the mainstream or the like decent shows, and I just like going to them. But it was like, oh, we're playing fucking Guttermouth, and then we were talking about beforehand, like it'd be cool to party with those guys.
And they were
then
down.
at the when we were doing a sound check, the Australian drummer's like, "Oh, you guys can get drugs in the sound." Like, we can get whatever you want. He's like, "Want that girl, drugs, and a place to stay." I'm like, "We
Done.
got it.
Done, and done.
Your parents were out of town. I was like, "I got a house on the water and this fucking whore and a bunch of cocaine." I was like, "Parker, Vicky, Jay, and we're in."
Hell yeah.
That was cool.
Oh man.
Good time.
What are your goals as a band?
To not become Joey Shithead.
Yeah.
Play the
There's the sound
fucking.
clip.
What is that place we just played? The Brass Mug. Fucking when you're 45 or 50 or 60 years
To
old.
keep it fun, we said in the beginning, if
Quit
it's not
before
fun,
we're
quit.
dumb.
Quit. If it's not
Quit
fun,
before
quit.
we're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Before it's boring and monotonous, and that's why we try to switch out the bass players every 3 years. That was 2015.
It's about that time,
That was
right?
a good run.
Lucas is.
Oh man,
That's my recommendation.
man.
Dude, he'll fall over and
Lucas-
still not miss a run. Dude, that guy is nuts.
Lucas is
You
fucking
can edit
awesome.
this part out. We don't need Lucas on the DVD, but he did kill it.
Fucking destroying it.
Do you make money or lose money playing in a band?
Watch this.
Ask the Jew.
Yeah.
I have no idea
accountant,
what's going
Jewish
on.
accountant.
All I know is
Takes care
like,
of
we
the band.
need outfits. We're gonna record a CD and whatever.
And
we
it's
need.
taken care of.
Exactly. I feel like a baby. In
As
the
long
band.
as we space everything out enough and play enough shows, because we don't really sell our merch, just as long as we can kind of self-generate, really.
Are you saying we haven't broken even?
No, we're broke. We're broke.
We broke even.
Definitely, yeah.
That's the plan
There
from
you
the
go.
start. We
There
broke
we go.
even.
Succeed.
We're even.
Fuck yeah.
100 shirts and billion CDs later, we still broke even.
we can't even get
We
two.
sold
We can't get 2 out of 4 people to pay for a $24 band practice on a Sunday. So I don't know if we're making, losing, or whatnot. It's just like, my.
We're getting by.
We're getting by, man. We're struggling.
Good
We're
answer.
still on the road.
Outside of playing in a band, how do you make a living?
JJ.
I rent boats.
Shmi.
Cook for the homeless.
You're gonna get arrested.
Boss, what do you do?
The fake as fuck. I'm like, he's such a good guy. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna be in my underwear tomorrow, headbutting a midget. And tomorrow it's like, by the way, here's the key, business credit card. You have to meet with the plumber. So
Yeah.
yeah, I make a living just anything. I make a living just not intertwining that with doing what's fun. That's why I don't care about the finances with the band. Because anything I can do to make money is different than having fun.
Hell yeah.
9 to 5.
What about Shuggy?
I
He's an
already
accountant.
Yeah.
Who cares? He's Jewish.
Yeah.
Boom.
He has a fucking house. He's the youngest one. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Suck it, everybody.
It's an investment.
It was.
That's how he looks at us. You guys are an investment.
How else?
He doesn't care how we play. He's like, this man can make a little bit of money off merch. Wristbands,
Yes.
check,
Yes.
house check.
Yes.
You know his dad's going our finances. Like, I saw him this car and he had mosquito teeth. He's like, Dad, don't worry about that.
Yes.
Lump that in with weed and whatever.
Hell yeah. What is the biggest crowd you've ever played for?
Not the Dead Milkmen.
The biggest crowd.
State Theater.
I
don't
No,
know.
not the state.
No, you know what the best,
What about
biggest
the
best
smallest
show?
crowd? That's
no,
easy.
no,
Yeah,
no,
that's
the best
next.
crowd. No, the
One of the
one
biggest.
is Gonad Rehab, Car Bomb Driver, 3-team show. That thing was
And
packed
us.
to the gills.
That was
And us.
my first show with Mosquito Teeth.
Yeah, packed to the gills.
Oh, so we blew our load your first show. So
Yeah.
You're saying
No.
you've been on the downcline ever
No.
since you.
This is what
Ringing
happened.
endorsement for you, Shuggy.
This is what happened. We opened for Car Bomb, and maybe 2 years later, they were opening for us.
Ooh,
Mm.
the switcheroo.
See what I did there, Dave?
Climb.
See what we did there, Dave. Another old man joke.
What's the smallest crowd you ever played for?
Brass Mug.
Tonight, midget wrestling. Yeah, definitely small.
Yeah, Brass Mug.
Definitely the smallest.
We're the smallest.
Gargamel.
I don't know. We played some like
Gargamel.
when it comes to
Yeah,
Gargamel.
Gargamel show, man.
We've also opened up a 7 o'clock
Gargamel.
show at the Food Bar, daylight time on YouTube.
Oh, yeah,
for like
daylight.
all you can hear
There's a
is
show
Vanessa.
on YouTube that's daylight.
You were one of the 3 people there.
They recorded it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played some shows when we went on tour. We played to nobody a couple
I'll
times.
explain that,
I've
though.
played
Oh, no, we
local
played-
shows to
we
nobody.
played at,
We
in
played a house
Orlando.
party, too.
Orlando.
That was
What was that? Dave's Bar. or
I would
something
never
like
do that.
No,
What was that
what
called?
was that place?
Will's Pub.
Will's Pub in Orlando. We seriously played to Dead Cat Lounge.
Band members and their girlfriends.
Yeah.
Band members and their girlfriends. That's when you know.
Actually,
you
well,
played a few
I
of
would
those.
say
Band members and
the
their
smallest listening audience would have to be any time we played on Last Fast and Shitty.
Loud, Fast, and Shitty.
Loud, Fast, and Shitty, because I know nobody was listening.
Yeah, you can't even remember their name, not that important.
No.
I listened the last time.
B-Rock and...
when you were calling in, I was listening.
No, that was hilarious.
No,
I enjoy their show.
I wish Wang was back.
I got horrible gas. Ick Wang.
If you had to give a new band advice on what it takes to be a band, what would you tell them? What have you learned being
Play
in a
Mosquito
band?
Teeth covers.
Yep.
I would just say, always have fun.
Yeah.
Never.
Yep.
The thing I see when bands break up, it's always like so-and-so was being a dick, or it came to. Always have fun. Let everybody have input. If it comes down to, I don't want to hear this song, I don't want to hear this, well, we won't play it this time. It's just, you have to, it starts with the people first, because that will bleed in real quick. If you're good friends and you're just like, I can't believe we're doing this shit or playing that. Even with setting up shows, there's shit you have to drag people to do, but I would just say that's the hardest part, is just the whole unity of it. And trying to get people not to cry, but you're not going to.
That's what the.
Yeah. Just don't try so hard.
Yeah,
Don't try so hard. You look so bad when you try so hard.
Yeah.
Just relax and have a good time. If you're not good, make it funny. If
Yeah.
you're good, be good.
Yeah, the best parts of their practice were like, did that sound like shit? And you're like, whatever, it's punk. I'm like, Jay gets it. He don't care. Guy's got a test tomorrow of making a living.
Yeah,
like,
everybody's got other things
we
to
ain't
do,
gonna
but
worry
it's,
about that,
this is
yeah.
our release, but it's not our living.
It's fun.
Yeah, what kind of
Fuck
band?
yeah.
Serious band? Or this kind of band?
Is your family supportive of your musical career?
My mom hates
Yeah.
this shit.
Yeah, they think it sucks, but they think it's
Yeah.
funny, and they think Brian's funny, and
my dad passed away. My mom has no idea. All she does is keep the newspaper articles, Facebook stuff. My in-laws, same thing. My Bonnie's dad came
yeah,
to
she
one
was
show,
kicking on
had
our
no
Facebook for a
idea
little bit there.
what was going on. So yeah, everybody in my family's supportive. They just, I don't know if they get it so much. I'm from a huge family, but it's like,
It's hard
and
to get. It's hard to get.
Yeah, get a brother to come in from the Navy. He's like, yeah, I get why you like it. So he's like, what the fuck is going on? Underwear, diapers.
My
It's
parents
hard to
think
get.
you're actually bald.
Yeah.
I swear.
They got the horseshoe going on.
That's awesome.
That is good.
Does your job know you play in a band, and if so, are they supportive?
Yeah, they know.
They know,
They
yeah.
don't care.
I try to keep them
No
away
one
from
cares.
it.
They know, but
they
they've
have too
never
many
been.
songs about
Work
too
sucking?
many taboo subjects.
Yeah, that's saying they've been.
Yeah,
and
I
they
try to
haven't.
keep, I almost keep it a
release.
secret.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
why
Yeah,
the fuck?
yeah, it is kind of a
No
secret
one
thing.
even
I guess it
needs to know.
depends. I mean, if we played in like a jazz flute band, I'd be like, "Come check us
I'd
out."
be telling all the
Yeah,
freaking
but
smart girls.
I am not ashamed.
like jazz flute.
Come on.
I find it funny because when I'll tell people that I'm in a band and I tell them the name, they're like, "Oh, dude, you got to change the name. You're never gonna go anywhere. Don't change the name." I'm like, dude, you don't understand what it's about being in a band, dude. I'm
Abortion
fucking
twins.
Yeah, that's
going anywhere. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I just want to have fun with my friends.
Yeah, every time
Oh.
I put on the abortion twins shirt, I'm like,
Dude, check, one night we were on tour. We were in, I think we played Pensacola, and Lucas got acid this night, right? So we had no place to stay, so we were gonna sleep in. I rented a van from Enterprise, and we were gonna sleep on the beach. Like Pensacola is like an inlet and shit, right? So we go out there, and everyone's like, "Oh, let's just go to Waffle House. Let's go to Waffle House." So we go to Waffle House. Lucas is wearing fucking abortion twin shirt, and these people, this fucking girl fucking loses her mind, dude. Like, I can't, dude.
and he's on
Did Lucas
acid.
get any?
No. He freaked out actually. He walked in Waffle House.
He
He's
should
like,
have just airbased
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do
If
it.
he would just
And he-
airbase on her face, she would have just
No,
sat
it would have
down.
been done after like 2 finger flips. Like, I'm sorry.
No, he freaked out. He walked outside, sat in the car, and then he comes back in, and we're all laughing at him. He's like, sits down. He's all, it was fun. It was a fun, weird night.
Legends.
Played to nobody, but it was a fun, weird, cool night. How is your local music scene?
Pumping.
Yeah,
it's
pumping.
really
It
good.
came back.
Compared to
It
everyone
came back.
else's, I bet it's
Yeah,
pretty good.
in
There
the
was a 10-year lull,
Yeah.
but that shit came back.
in the Tri-County
Fully
area,
funky,
it's
dude.
really good, and I haven't been out of
Tri-County
it.
area?
Yeah, Hillsborough, Polk,
Pinellas,
Pinellas.
man.
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a
And
tri-town
Pasco.
area, bro. Pasco. Yeah, not Polk. Pasco.
Yeah, hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah, Pasco.
Pasco.
Right around here, there's
it's
a lot of
pretty
people.
good,
There's
man.
like some bridges, and we all cross them.
A lot of
and hang
good
out,
bands,
drink
a lot of
beers,
good
play
people.
I think
rock.
we take it for granted how good it is downtown St. Pete, and even here, because if you go anywhere else, we played a fucking show in Punta Gorda, and they're just like,
Exactly. I was
this
about to
doesn't
say,
happen. This doesn't happen.
that's our
doesn't
music
happen.
scene, yeah. These people come down and they're like, oh, we ain't never seen anything like this before. And you're like, oh, this happens every other Friday.
Yeah.
If we're not playing, our friends are playing.
And Florida, but
Friday.
this area is good. But even 10 years ago, when I was in Chicago and stuff like that, going and being like, oh, where's the local shows at and stuff, it was, you'd go to a bar and they're not geared for stuff like that, so it'd always be a band and just not the crowd here. Like I said, I think sometimes we take it for granted and we play a good show and we're like, oh yeah, the music scene's pumping here, because even in the area, you get the, you go to Newport Richie and play the Horribles, and you realize that there's people there that all they have is billiard halls, and they're like, oh yeah, this is like epic shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So that always makes it worth playing when you just realize that 45 minutes either direction, people don't get any music. You get Counted Out coming up from Sarasota, stuff like that, and it's just not that drawl down there. So we're
Yep.
blessed.
Hell yeah.
Blessed. Lord save us.
Yeah,
Everything's we're a Christian band.
that Jesus got no
Through and through.
You feel the bands get along, or do you feel there's a competitive nature in that?
Fuck Slade and the Waste.
Yeah, fuck Slade and the Wasters. I quit them.
I ain't playing for no Nazi.
Yeah.
That was a lot of support.
No, you know what? The band is equally balanced. Jay is definitely musically talented, guitar, all that, so he's always, call you off if you're out of tune, something like that. Sugarman's the financial advisor and definitely our PR rep. I just pretty much punch people and do what I do on stage. And Shmee's just fucking
Barely skirting along.
but committed. That's the thing. When you can find 4 people that can get together all the time, Shmee is just like whenever, wherever, I'm there. So
Hell yeah. That's
the
what
band definitely gets along in
yeah.
that sense. Yeah,
Was
definitely.
that the question?
I think it was other
Yeah,
bands.
does the
do
band-
all
Oh,
the
no,
bands
other
get
bands.
Oh,
along.
other
Wait,
bands.
Yeah, specify.
I thought he said, does
right
the
now.
band get along?
Yeah, I was
Our
like,
band
do
get
you
along?
think bands get along
Fuck
here?
Slade.
other
Yeah,
bands?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, fuck
Competitive
Slade and
nature.
the
Yeah, you just
Wasters.
said there's an
the
there's an
record, fuck Slade and the
unspoken competitive nature. Everybody slaps.
Brian's
It's like
gonna
after
take
church
Adrian.
softball game. Everybody slaps
I'm
hands
gonna
because
take
they have
Slade,
to.
I'm gonna
but-
take Fred. You can take Milo.
Yeah, I think all bands respect each other, but yeah, there is that. It's like sports. There's
It's an
always that.
unspoken competitive nature.
I think
I wanna
everybody's
headline the show.
great. All the bands are great, and I just love hearing shitty music.
I just
That's
always
why.
like it when bands they still have a sense of pride about
That's
themselves.
what's-
That's the thing. Every band still feels great about
Yeah.
their own band, because
Which is
whenever they're
great.
like, "You guys are gonna be playing ahead of us," I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna make that call? Good for you. You got a lot of balls, buddy." But Danny and them did it. They were like, "Y'all are gonna play, right after them. We're gonna follow you up," and then you see what happened.
Great time.
Oh, you're in that band. Sorry.